Hi, I'm John Ratliff. I'm the CEO of Appletree Answers.
I'm Emily Ratliff, and I'm the Director of Employee Experiences at Appletree.
Essentially what we do is we have live people, we answer the phone for companies when they can't be there to answer for themselves.
Our frontline employees are the heart of our business.
We were looking for ways that we could really drive the employee experience. And somebody said, well, what if we took the Make-A-Wish charity model and we kind of provided that model for our employees?
As we narrowed down our list and narrowed down our list, that one just kept remaining at the top and turned into the concept we have now of our Dream On program.
Actually, the first time I heard about the Dream On program was when Emily, who's in charge of the program, sent an email blast out to every employee saying, another dream has been granted. And that led me to think, well, what is this Dream On program? The company will actually give back to their employees by giving them a dream, giving them their dream. I thought it was amazing. I'd never heard of something like that.
At first I thought, yeah, right, but I submitted a fairly simple dream.
I wanted my daughter to have a birthday party, an extravagant birthday party. After my wife unfortunately lost her job, we weren't able to provide that for my daughter, so I had submitted a dream.
My dream was to go on the honeymoon that I could never afford, and the honeymoon that I always dreamed of.
She was 4 at the time. I wanted to do something special for her, so I asked to take her to a boutique or a salon just down the road from where we work, and just to have her made up, feel like a princess, take some pictures.
They awarded that dream. When she called me, it was overwhelming. I didn't think it would happen.
Emily had called me and told me, she's like, we decided to grant your dream, and I was still just, for a minute, I was just in complete shock. I started crying.
Waterworks, just complete waterworks. I was overwhelmed. I didn't think it would happen. Not the dream being granted, that my daughter would be able to have this birthday party that I wanted her to have so badly.
My boss called me into the office, and they sent me and my daughter and my sister and her boy to Disney for 4 days, 3 nights. And she went to the Bippity Boppity Boutique for the makeover that I had asked for.
And then they always take it a step further, and she said, and on top of this, we would like to go ahead and give her some presents, as we know times are tough. So she got a pink bike. It was marvelous. It was wonderful.
One of my top 3 things that's ever happened to me. I said, besides me getting married and having my daughter, that's right up there with that.
There's unbelievable stories that have come out of the Dream On program. It's been probably the most successful initiative we've ever had as a company.
My dream was for a trip. My mother's, she's terminally ill, so my dream was for my family to be taken on a trip.
We never really knew what our employees needed, and we never really knew that much about our employees until this program.
I was at work one morning drinking coffee, and I seen an email from Emily Ratliff, and it said Dream On in the subject field, and she told me that my dream was granted. The first thing that I did was I kind of like screamed, and then I called my mom to let her know the good news. She didn't believe me. She thought I was telling a fib. What they gave me is something I remember forever. It was just to see my mom smiling once again, like she had no care in the world. It was just the most amazing feeling I ever felt.
You know, you go back in the history of your company and you look for moments that were game-changing or pivotal. It's one of those moments we can look at and say, wow, our company changed that day and really changed forever.
We see employees that are submitting dreams for their fellow employees. So they'll see someone in need and they will completely abandon their own dream.
My husband was diagnosed with cancer, and a girlfriend of mine on the floor heard about the situation. And I was like, oh, he really wants to just see the Eagles. So she submitted a dream that he wanted to meet the Eagles and he wanted to see them, and that somebody would do that for Dan.
You can't thank somebody enough for doing something like that.
He was diagnosed in August of 2008, and he was told it was terminal, that he probably wouldn't see Christmas. He was really in a bad spot, really down in the dumps. He couldn't work, he couldn't provide for his family, and it was a really hard time. Then this just brought him up you know, it gave him hope. He was just like a little kid in a candy shop the whole way in the car. And when we pulled up out front, I didn't tell him everything that was gonna happen. And then the team comes out after the game and shaking his hand, and it was great. It was kind of like you didn't think about him being sick that day.
Appletree Dream On experience has given my family something that otherwise may have not been attainable.
It made me want to be a better person.
It may sound kind of cheesy whenever you say this, but whenever you see the sunset and stuff like that, and it's just something so beautiful, and you're just kind of like, wow, you know, this wouldn't have been possible, at least not anytime soon if it hadn't been for the company that I work for.
I'll flip back every day to look at the photos, and it's an amazing feeling.
You know, I never expected a vacation. I just wanted to make her feel special for, you know, for a couple hours.
It's changed me pretty fundamentally to be that much in touch with what our people have to go through sometimes.
It's something I'll never forget. I'll hold this with me for life.
I feel very proud to work for a company that has a program like this.
I really can't imagine myself working anywhere else.
It's, you know, probably one of the best days, you know, that I had. I mean, you're not going to forget a day like that.
If I could leave one thing, it would be for this concept of Dream On, and the concept where companies get involved in bettering the lives of their employees. If that could be my legacy, then my career would have been a success. I really think that we focus so much on the bottom line and profits and customers and all those things, but we exist. We exist as CEOs, as companies, as businesses to serve the people that are there to help us.
I said to them, you know, I don't have a job anymore. I have a career. So I'm not leaving Appletree. No way.